Interview 1.
Welcome to Workplace Trends. Today, we're discussing the future of remote work with Ms. Sarah, a workplace consultant. Ms. Sarah, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Remote work has become a significant trend, especially after the global pandemic. How do you think remote work is changing the way businesses operate?
Remote work has completely transformed the traditional office environment. Companies are now more flexible, allowing employees to work from home or other remote locations. This shift has brought several benefits, including cost savings for companies, as they no longer need large office spaces. Additionally, employees enjoy greater work-life balance as they can avoid long commutes and have more control over their schedules. However, it's not without challenges. Maintaining productivity and communication in a remote setting can be difficult, and some employees miss the social interaction of a physical office.
What challenges do companies face in managing remote teams?
One of the biggest challenges is communication. In an office, people can quickly ask questions or collaborate in person. In a remote setting, communication is often done through emails or video calls, which can sometimes lead to misunderstandings or delays. Additionally, ensuring that all team members stay motivated and productive while working from home can be tricky. Without direct supervision, some employees may struggle with time management. Finally, there's the issue of technology. Not all employees have access to reliable internet connections or the necessary tools to work efficiently from home.
How can companies overcome these challenges?
To overcome these challenges, companies need to invest in the right technology. Providing employees with reliable devices, internet access, and collaboration tools like video conferencing and project management software is crucial. It's also important to create a clear communication strategy. Regular check-ins, team meetings, and setting expectations for response times can help keep everyone on the same page. Additionally, companies should offer training on remote work best practices to help employees manage their time effectively. Finally, encouraging social interactions through virtual events can help employees feel more connected, even when working remotely.
What do you think the future holds for remote work?
I believe remote work is here to stay. While some companies may return to a traditional office setup, many will adopt a hybrid model where employees can split their time between working remotely and coming into the office. This flexibility will allow companies to attract a wider talent pool and improve employee satisfaction. As technology continues to advance, I think we'll see even more innovations that make remote work easier and more efficient. Interview 2.
Welcome to Media Today. We're talking about the decline of print media with Mr. James, a media analyst. Mr. James, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Print media has been in decline for some time now. Could you explain why this is happening?
The decline of print media can be attributed to several factors. First, the rise of digital media has fundamentally changed how people consume news and information. Many people now prefer to get their news online, where they can access up-to-date information instantly, often for free. This has made it difficult for print publications, which rely on subscription fees and physical sales, to compete. Additionally, advertising revenue has shifted to online platforms. Advertisers find digital media more appealing because it allows them to target specific audiences more effectively. As a result, print media has seen a significant drop in both readership and revenue.
What impact has this decline had on traditional newspapers and magazines?
The impact has been profound. Many traditional newspapers and magazines have either shut down or moved entirely online. Those that have survived are often operating with much smaller staff, which affects the quality and depth of their reporting. Investigative journalism, in particular, has suffered as it requires time and resources that many struggling publications can no longer afford. Additionally, the shift to online news has led to the rise of clickbait headlines, as publishers try to attract as many readers as possible to their websites. This has raised concerns about the quality and reliability of the news being produced.
Do you think print media has a future?
I believe print media will continue to exist, but it will likely play a smaller, more niche role in the media landscape. Some publications, particularly high-quality magazines and niche newspapers, will survive by offering in-depth, well-researched content that readers are willing to pay for. However, for most news outlets, the future is digital. Print publications will need to adapt by embracing digital platforms and finding new ways to generate revenue, such as through subscriptions or partnerships with digital advertisers.
What changes do you foresee in the digital media landscape?
I think we'll see continued growth in digital media, particularly in mobile and video content. More people are consuming news on their smartphones and through social media platforms, so media companies will need to focus on creating content that works well in those formats. Additionally, as consumers become more aware of misinformation online, I believe there will be a greater demand for trustworthy, reliable news sources. This could lead to the rise of new business models such as subscription-based journalism, where readers pay for access to high-quality, fact-checked news.
Interview 3.
Welcome to Aviation Today. Today, we're discussing the future of electric aviation with Mr. David, an expert in sustainable transportation. Mr. David, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Electric vehicles have become more common on the road, but what about electric airplanes? Is that a possibility?
Absolutely. Electric aviation is still in its early stages, but it's a promising area of development. The aviation industry is a major contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, so there's a strong push to develop cleaner, more sustainable alternatives to traditional fuel-powered aircraft. Electric planes offer a solution by reducing carbon emissions and noise pollution. They're also expected to be more cost-effective in the long run, as electricity is cheaper than aviation fuel and electric motors require less maintenance than traditional jet engines.
What are the challenges of developing electric airplanes?
One of the biggest challenges is battery technology. Current batteries don't have the energy density needed to power large, long-distance flights. Electric planes are currently limited to smaller aircraft that can only fly short distances. However, advances in battery technology are being made, and researchers are optimistic that we'll see significant improvements in the coming years. Another challenge is infrastructure. Airports will need to invest in charging stations and other facilities to support electric planes, which could be costly. Additionally, the aviation industry is highly regulated, so it will take time for electric planes to receive the necessary approvals for widespread use.
How are companies addressing these challenges?
Many companies are working on improving battery technology, and there have been some exciting developments in recent years. For example, some companies are experimenting with hybrid electric planes, which use both electric and conventional engines to extend the range of flights. Others are focusing on regional air travel, where electric planes could be used for short, commuter flights. Governments and environmental organizations are also offering incentives and funding for research into electric aviation, which is helping to accelerate progress.
What do you think the future holds for electric aviation?
I'm optimistic that we'll see electric planes become a reality in the next couple of decades. While long-haul flights may still be powered by traditional fuel for some time, I believe we'll see electric planes being used for short-distance flights within the next 10 to 15 years. As battery technology continues to improve, we'll eventually see larger planes capable of flying longer distances. The environmental benefits of electric aviation are too significant to ignore, and I think it will play a key role in the future of air travel.